Okay, we've had a little taste of Java programming, so we're ready to dive into Android. The name Android refers to different things. Besides a type of phone, it's specifically a collection of software components that run on phones, tablets, and other hardware. This software provides the operating environment to do everything from display text on the screen, to sending and receiving phone calls, to running apps like the one you're about to write. Making apps for Android requires a few free tools. Now, they used to be a pain to set up, but it's much easier now. However, let me say one thing before we actually do anything. Android is a rapidly evolving technology, and that means that our tools are constantly evolving too. In an effort to provide you with a consistent learning experience, we're providing the exact tools used to record these videos in the download links below. If you download and use these tools, then everything should match up. You can choose to update your tools at any time, though. If you decide to update for some reason, then things we're showing you in these videos may be a little different, even shortly after we publish them. But don't worry, if you update your tools and get stuck on anything, you can either get help in the forum or reinstall these versions of the tools. You can even have more than one version installed at a time. Now, don't worry that you're missing anything by not having the absolute latest tools, though. The stuff we learn in this project is important foundational stuff that won't ever change much, if at all. What's important is that you get comfortable working in a tool like we'll use here, and with those basic concepts of creating an Android app. Using the updated tools will be a breeze once you master the basics. And if any really important updates come out, then we'll refresh this course and get you up to speed. Now, one more thing before we begin. If any minor changes or bugs pop up in these videos, then we will add a visual callout like this. And then I'll add some notes or screenshots in the teacher notes. So if you spot a difference, check the notes first and then let us know in the forum. Now, it's possible that bigger changes might occur too, and in that case, we will still add a call-out and notes, but we'll also record an updated video as soon as possible. So what exactly are we going to use? Let's take a brief tour, and then we'll walk through the setup. First, we need a place to write code, right? We're going to use a tool called Android Studio, which is known as an Integrated Development Environment, or IDE for short. Android Studio lets you write, build, and test your Android apps. Now, we don't have to use Android Studio to write our code, but it is the recommended tool for development, so that's what we'll use in these videos. At the time of this recording, Android Studio is still technically in a beta, which you can see up here, but don't let that worry you. It's very stable, and it is the definitive future for developing Android applications. When it comes time to test our apps, we're going to run them on something called an Android virtual device. This is an Android device that runs on our computers. It's also called the emulator for short. The Android tools include a default emulator, but it can be pretty slow, so I'll also show you an alternative that works even better. Now, this means that you don't even need an Android device to write and test Android apps. It helps, but you can get through this entire course and beyond using just these emulators. That's just about it for now. In a moment, we'll walk through setting up our tools and creating our very first project. Now, I highly recommend that you follow along with these videos by installing the tools and writing your own code as I walk you through it. You'll learn so much more by actually doing it than just watching the videos by themselves. Okay, let's do it.